Whether you're golfing around or playing a round of golf, IHEART USA has you covered with the most stylish hats and creative designs in the game. Our headwear showcases this year's Majors logos, special collections commemorating golf legend Arnold Palmer and his iconic umbrella logo, and extensive Jack Nicklaus Golden Bear collection, lifestyle and collegiate headwear. IHEART is offering you a discount on the best headwear in the game. Visit www.IHEARTUSAshop.com and use promo code AROUND20 for a 20% off discount on your first purchase. That's AROUND20 at www.IHEARTUSAshop.com.
Gettysburg's history has had a dramatic impact on how we see our country and ourselves. These hallowed battlefields, legendary landmarks, and powerful memorials tell our story like nowhere else can, as a profound, inspired, personal experience. There has never been a better, more meaningful time to visit Gettysburg. Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. For the people.
Golfin Around is sponsored by Team USA versus Team Scotland Amateur Golf Championships. You could be playing in St. Andrews next year. Log on to www.usascotlandgolf.com, usascotlandgolf.com. Ahead, golf hats and golf apparel. Feel the fabric. Super Stroke grips. Use the grip of the pros. Squares golf shoes. The world's greatest golf shoe. Destination Gettysburg.
Down the fairway. Then it started to slice just a smidge offline. It headed for two, but it bounced off. As long as you're still in the state, you're okay.
Take me home, country roads, to the place I belong. Minnesota, Craguns Golf Resort. Take me home, country roads. Hey, it's the Golfin Around Radio Hour. I'm your host, Randy the Tank Tantlinger. Here every Saturday morning at 10 a.m., 10 a.m., 10 a.m. At least until my beloved Steelers kick it off for the Super Bowl bound season. Don't forget, Steelers Chalk Talk will start here on 103.9 FM first week of the season, but that doesn't mean we stop golfing around. You can always get Golfin Around on the iHeart Podcast Network. Listen to us like my buddy Abby up in Iceland does. Yeah, I really do got a buddy in Iceland named Abby, and I have filmed in Iceland one of the coolest golf experiences ever in Iceland. Their tourism bureau brought me over, and I emceed a award ceremony one night. Some fool wrote on my golfinaround.org website that I am a hacker extraordinaire and stand-up comedian. So they read that and they're like, please perform for us. So like I'm always doing the old Don Rickles routine. The good people of Iceland got me free airfare on Icelandic Air. So we were as what was called the what was it? Oh, the Midnight Open in Akureyri up north, where the sun never goes down on this specific day in Iceland, and you don't tee off until midnight. It was incredible. But before that, we had dinner and drinks, and anyway, they made the mistake of putting the CEO of Icelandic Air right in front of me, and I gave him the old Don Rickles tank routine, and he was great about it. I've always said, if you can make people in foreign countries laugh, which I have, they've laughed at me mostly. But it was great fun in Iceland. Then if you ever get the chance, down south in Iceland, they have the Volcano Open, In 1972, on an island off of Iceland, the island erupted because it was actually a volcano underneath it. And they had to evacuate the island. Thank God nobody died. And half of the volcano, about 1 billion years ago, that was there, another volcano, fell into the ocean. So the Icelandic people said, this is going to make a great links golf course. And they did. They built a links golf course in half of the volcano with the ocean right there. And I don't even know how high the walls of the volcano were. They were massive. And just to close out the story, so like they paired me with the Arnold Palmer of Icelandic golf, their greatest professional golfer of all time. And let's just say I had a good time with the people on the island the night before drinking for the volcano festival. And I think we teed off at 8. And I went to bed about 4 and was not playing my best golf. And said something to the effect to the gentleman, a really nice gentleman. I'm not that good of a golfer to begin with, and I'm hungover. And he looked at me in a very stoic voice and said, I don't know about the hangover, but you're right about not being a very good golfer. Then he smiled at me because he got my sense of humor. Anyway, you're listening to the Golfin Around Radio Hour. So check us out on the iHeart. You know iHeart Media, man. They're all over the world. You can listen to Golfin Around 52 weeks a year. I'm chattering. But we take the show down to a half-hour show in the off months. So, thanks if you're listening to Golfin Around. Please log on to golfinaround.org. Check out our website. Better yet, if you want to see what the old tank looks like, he got an ugly mug. Looks like he got hit in the face with a frying pan. That one. Check us out on Facebook, Golfin Around. We also have Golfin Around the Caribbean, Golfin Around the Mid-Atlantic, the Golfin Around brand. Check out our Golfin Around magazine. The fall issue will be coming out real soon. Look for that. And if you go to the old YouTube, you can see videos from the Icelandic trip. Yeah, South Africa, Iceland, Thailand. Golf's been very, very good to the tank. And I thank God and my Savior Jesus above for the incredible golf journey I have been able to go on. All my talents or lack thereof, and my loft, if you know what that means is, you should be laughing by now, is due to the man upstairs, no doubt about it. You know, we're talking about Craguns Golf Resort in this show. Craguns Golf Resort, you can check them out at Craguns.com, Craguns.com, and you're going to learn all about their incredible golf resort. Lake life is a tranquil life. Lake life is a peaceful life. What do you got worried about, man? Chill out. There's the lake Gulls. Relax. Have a cigar, have an Arnold Palmer, have a Tito's. Relax. Have a Tito's and relax and look at Gull Lake. Even if you play bad golf on all the great golf they have there at Craguns Golf Resort in Brainerd, Minnesota, about 2 hours north of Minneapolis. We were talking about their two 18s, the Lehman 18 and the Dutch 18. Both courses originally designed by Robert Trent Jones, I believe in the early 1990s. Well, driving on into the 21st century is Craguns Golf Resort. They are not resting on their laurels. They have brought in Minnesotan native Garrison Keillor to redesign. That was a joke if you followed it. That's a really deep inside joke too, man. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, I cannot help you. You will have to Google who Garrison Keillor, the acclaimed award-winning writer from Minnesota, who fabulously, in his book Lake Wobegon Days, illustrated Minnesotan life and its nuances and quirkiness. But Tom Lehman was brought in to redesign the Craguns golf courses, and he's done a great job. We talked about on how hole number 4, 5, 6, and 7, they were basically redos, creating longer greens, redesigning holes. Just incredible. We talked about hole number 6, a beautiful par 3. You'll be able to see the video online on Facebook and YouTube here in a couple weeks when we're done editing all of it. Just an incredible. I mean, the land is used to perfection on all the holes. Hole number 11, the one that was right outside of our condo house for the week. Like I said, first thing I did, I saw a group of golfers out there when we checked in, and grabbed a white wine and a cigar and went out and said, "Hey, how you doing? Tank from Pittsburgh." These guys have been coming to Craguns for 20 years. 20 years. And they're Wisconsin guys. They got plenty of golf in Wisconsin. They're coming to Craguns. What does that tell you? Hole number 11, great hole, uphill, narrow fairway, incredible green complex. And I said in the two earlier segments that, testament of a golf course is you might play it, all right, played it, check it off, or like a siren bringing in a ship along the outer banks. Get closer, there's a lighthouse. Next thing you know, it's wrecked. And you got destroyed, the boat. There is a siren's call here on the Lehman 18. Not that it'll wreck you, but what it will do is it will challenge your game. It will force you to go to your toolbox and use every club from the wedge to the fairway wood off the tees to crafting shots. It will make you do that. It is incredible, the Lehman 18. But the hole 11 was just incredible. I forget which hole it was. It was 16. The finishing stretch on the Tom Lehman 18. And again, they have two great 18-holers there at Craguns Golf Resort, Brainerd, Minnesota. Hole number 16, just unbelievable. Par 4, overlooking a lake in the entire finishing stretch for the back 9. That elevated tee, I don't even know, 200 yards above the fairway. It's a long force carry, There's a fairway bunker that I almost caught. I finally had a good drive. I turned, got that shoulder turning all the way through, and the right shoulder was pointing at the target. I got a bad lower back. I broke it in the Army, and a turn is not something I do well. But I was well lubricated at that point, and finally hit a good shot. And Jack, the director of golf up there, said, "Hey, you finally got one." Yeah, I did, and it felt good. And I think I parred that hole. I had 4 pars. What's the card say? Yeah, I had 4 pars. Quietly, went about my business. But the Lehman 18 is just gorgeous at Craguns. And I've left very little time in the show. We're down to about 4 minutes left. Guess we're going to... Remember I told you throughout the show, a mark of a good golf course is when you say to yourself, I got to play that thing again. We're going to have to go back to Craguns next week, too, so tune in. We can talk about the Lehman 18 again. We can talk about the Dutch 18. Tom Lehman put his touches on it. The nice thing about the Dutch 18 is they're adding another 9. 18, 19, 22, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 36, 20. 27 holes is going to be the Dutch 18. And the good folks there at Craguns Golf Resort in Brainerd, Minnesota, took us on a driving tour of the Red 9, as they're calling it. And it is going to be spectacular. I forget which hole it was on the 9. on the Red 9, the new one, I want to say it was 6 or 7, that just is going to be an unbelievable greens complex. Now, I hate using the word links-esque. I think it's a garbage nonsense word in golf. You got to have an ocean beside you to be a links golf course. Calling the links at Huckleberry Farms in landlocked Nebraska is idiotic. Links-esque. If you can't go to a thesaurus and come up with some better words to use, and I'm going to have to admonish myself right now, because the green, I'm going to say it this way to avoid links-esque. Tom Lehman's played all over the world, kids. You see the Scottish and Irish links influence on his design work, especially on this hole I'm describing on the Red 9, on the Dutch 18. Again, the Red 9 will be open next year. It's designed and built and growing in. They just want to let it mature. But the green complex was incredible. Wow, that has been an incredible quick hour on the Golfin Around Radio Hour this week with Tank Tantlinger. Please listen to us on iHeart Podcasts anytime you want, anywhere in the world. Abby in Iceland, if you're listening. Abby in Iceland, if you're listening. Hello. It's probably already winter up there in Iceland. Anyway, folks, thanks for joining us. Tune in again next week. You know what? We're going to go back to Craguns a little bit next week. We're also going to talk about some of the great golf in Canton, Ohio, and have a big announcement coming up next week about Canton, Ohio golf, and how you can win a trip to Scotland in Canton, Ohio next August. You'll be having... I'm out of time. You got to tune in to find out about Canton. God bless you. Be happy. Tank out.